Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Share, subscribe and like it. My name is Boaz Chacha. Hereby, I am among the dead young generation from Kenya, and I hereby today we want to talk or discuss about or the mistakes that we did while we are the mistake that we do while we are in a national election, and what are the consequences, grievances or effects that these wrong choices that we do or we did while we are in a national elections that bring. Let us see. We are going to cluster this some of the countries in Africa and maybe beyond. Some of the Africa countries that have wrong leadership, and while we see in abroad, some of these countries like Kenya, like Sudan, like DRC Congo, and among others, like Somalia, and among others, we can see that these countries in Africa are among the countries that they lead in dictatorship, in wrong leadership, because of wrong choices in a national election. Let us see the mistake that we did themselves and cluster them, and later on we shall cluster ourselves where we are, and also we shall cluster you. We are going to cluster. You are going to cluster yourself where you are, and as a general, we as general, we are going to cluster ourselves where we are, and what shall we do, and what shall we not do while we are in a national election. One, the mistake that we do, and we are going to correct it. As you are going to digest it, if this is a wrong idea or a wrong mistake, you are going to regulate yourself and choose the correct one. Some of these mistakes are: one, we choose the leaders to lead us in a certain situation, or in a country, or in a certain place, without motivation, without the class that leader, she or he, what is a good leader. We choose the leader or a leader because of pleasure, and because that leader is coming, or she is coming from an humble family, without knowing that is this leader will going to do the correct action the way we have agreed with him or with her. Now and then we did a mistake. we did mistakes every now and then, every national elections, to choose the wrong ran-higots of leadership, hypocrites of leadership, animals leadership, and such on, because we don't sit down, or we did not sit down to choose or to select a leader that will going to lead us, or that will going to lead us in a good way. Another thing is that we are choosing the leaders to lead us in our countries, in our continents, because of bribe. My fellow young generation, my leaders, my elder human beings, let us agree together that when we choose a leader because of bribe to lead us in a certain country, to lead us in a certain situation, to lead us in a certain area because of bribery, let me tell you, or let us share this, let me share this with you, that we are going nowhere if we did this mistake now and then. Let us sit down to choose a leader that will go in, or that she will going to lead us in a good way, in a role model leader. Let me give an example of a country in Africa that I can say that is among of the countries that leads in hypocrites, in dictatorship, among of the countries in Africa that maybe I can say that she's leading in a certain situations. Let me say that Kenya, I can say that according to me, that Kenya is among of the countries that lead in a certain condition. We as Kenyans, what are the mistakes that we did, and among other countries, in a certain countries or in a certain situation to choose wrong leaders, is that we are choosing the leaders because of their physical appearance. We are choosing the leaders because of pleasure. We are choosing the leaders to lead us because of liars. We are choosing leaders to lead us in a country or in our country or in an atmosphere where a place where that you are living without knowing that we are choosing an animal to lead us, and he will take us in hell if we are not going to begin. Let me say and give an example that if countries, or if a country like Kenya, among of the African countries that they are growing, if she will go in, or if the country like Kenya, she's not, and she will not take the action of take care of himself or herself, when she's choosing a leader or leaders, Kenya is a country that she's heading nowhere because of the dictatorship that is held in that country. And this is how I decided to take this video, small video, and small ideas to share abroad, countrywide, worldwide, to share with you, my young fellow generation, that let us do and let us think, let us sit down and select a good leader to lead us in a good way, in a role model, and in a certain condition that you are going to do something and that you are going to grow in one way or the other. I decided to give Kenya as an example of our countries, or of the countries in Africa that is going nowhere. Reason behind that, Kenya is a democratic country, but as usual, you know, when you go beyond or abroad to see the news or the actions that are going in a country of Kenya, it's a country that are the actions and some of immoral things that are going on, and they cannot motivate you at all. And the main reason that you have decided to take this video to share with my fellow young generation, countrywide and worldwide, is that let us choose a good leader to lead us in a one way or in a good way that we are going to blossom in activities that such as education, financial, business, trade, and among others. I have no other more to add. Let us say that, my fellow youth, let us choose a good leader. Let us choose a moral leader that will he will going to lead us in a good way. Thank you. Take you. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Thank you.